Star Trek Picard has been a long-awaited reunion for some of the Enterprise's crew, and here to tell us what we have to look forward to in next year's third and final season, Captain Jean-Luc Picard himself, Sir Patrick Stewart, and Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden. Welcome, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, the show started off very not like TNG, and now we're seeing the crew kind of reuniting. Can you tell us how it came about, Patrick?
Well, first of all, I'll ask you a question. Were you disappointed it wasn't like TNG?
I love TNG, and I think it's great that we're bringing everyone back. LeVar Burton, we got Jonathan Frank, Rix. I think it's so amazing that you're able to bring all of the characters back, and we get to see Worf again in his old age.
Well, I think it's important to say that the third season is much more than a reunion season.
Definitely.
Much, much more. It's intense, it's personal, it's social, it's family. And it gets very serious.
It does indeed. It's quite an adventure, and it's a brilliant story. How they unfold our getting together and what happens. I was thrilled. I think it's a super season, and I'm sure the fans are going to love it.
Gates, did you ever think you'd come back to Crusher after? I mean, Nemesis was so long ago at this point, right?
Well, I've been wearing my uniform for like 35 years at home, hoping, someone in Gelson's would recognize me. And finally, well, no, I wasn't expecting it, but it was super that it happened, and I loved working with this brilliant actor again, and I just had a fabulous time, reunion with the cast.
Obviously, and what do you think is like the biggest danger that Crusher and Picard will face in this season?
Can't tell.
Oh.
We're not really allowed.
Drinking too much alcohol.
Back to 10 forward.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know that there was always a kind of will they, won't they relationship between Crusher and Jean-Luc. And in the season finale of the original show, the series finale, we saw that in a possible future, you had actually married and divorced. So now that we're in the future, in all good things.
All good things.
You
played the captain. Remember?
Really?
I played the captain too, remember?
Yes, we had two Captain Picards at that point.
Well, here's the thing. I only this morning revealed to Patrick that I was a virgin before this Comic-Con. This was my very first San Diego Comic-Con.
Isn't that amazing?
So, I think that might even change our story, just that knowledge.
What have you been hiding away from, Gates?
You have to watch season 3 to know.
That is a great teaser.
Now, the characters have obviously had a dynamic before. Is that remaining in the final season, or is there going to be like something different?
There is dynamic. It will not be the same as it was.
That's right. Which is great. I mean, we have a great chemistry, and it was so much fun shooting our scenes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Has Beverly continued to excel in her career? I mean, one of the things about Dr. Crusher was she was always so dedicated to her friends and her crew and as a physician, but also we knew that there was an ambition there. She eventually became a higher level officer.
I think Beverly is somebody who keeps going forward, who really does want to do good in the world, especially when you realize through the Webb telescope images how vast and unfathomable the galaxy, the universe rather, is. I think she has been exploring a lot of things, and she is a very intelligent woman, and I think you'll find out she's been doing a lot of things.
She has also been researching and investigating and helping people too, which probably can't be said for all of the Next Generation cast.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's a scientist as well as a doctor, and the Hippocratic Oath is obviously important, but it's unexpected that they get together, but it's quite a story.
Yeah, so we saw little Wesley Crusher, all grown up now in last season. Has Dr. Crusher been talking to Wesley this entire time?
Well, my space son, that's what I call Will Wheaton, my space. He calls me his space mom, which is a privilege, He and I are talking all the time, He comes to my birthday parties, whatever. He is a doll, and I'm so happy to have him in my life. But no, I didn't see him on the last season, but you'll have to just see what happens in the third season.
I figure he must still be coming to visit occasionally.
Well,
that's my fan fiction version.
That's a son, you know. I don't know. Do you visit your mom? I mean, you know.
I was just texting her today. I'm going to send her the clip of this interview when we're done. Mr. Stewart, so you alluded to the possibility of some tension, perhaps, among some of the other crew, or was I misreading that?
Yes. No. You're not misreading.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yes. Not no, yes.
You know, I like to take risks, you know, when I talk like this. So yes or no, you know, is up for you to decide. Yes, there is stress in the relationships. And that's, I think, after how many years?
25.
25 years?
Yeah.
That's entirely appropriate. You cannot be confident that you know the same person that you knew all those years ago. And there is nevertheless, there is a tiny little celebratory aspect to it. Not huge, but it's there. And personally, for us, it was wonderful to be on the set again with those actors who played such an important part in our lives 35 years ago. Is extraordinary, and we're all still here.
It's great.
Yeah, so this is the season finale, the series finale, but is it truly the end of TNG of the Next Generation?
Oh, one never knows.
I mean, people love telling pre-stories now, so maybe, you know, maybe I'll have young teenagers playing Jean-Luc Picard, and
Well, we'll have an afterlife story. You never know.
Never know.
Right?
oh, you mean like where we've gone to?
Might be.
Oh,
you
The
know.
final
The
frontier.
Yeah.
final frontier.
No, there is no final frontier. I'm sorry, doesn't exist.
Actually, you did an afterlife story. I don't know if you recall on the old show where your grandmother.
Oh, please. Yes. Yes, with the lamp and the green thing and wild sex with the lamp. Yes. It was memorable.
You do remember it.
It was memorable, yes. And I did work very hard as an actor to justify that sexual encounter with a lamp.
I remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, I definitely remember that. Yeah. Freaks directed that, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
You saved me, darling. Don't
I
tell
did?
me. Yes. Oh,
I was just thinking that must have been a holiday
No,
break that I.
no,
I
no.
guess not.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. It's been an absolute ball.
Well,
And as always, live long and prosper.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you so
Same
much.
to you.
You can find Star Trek Picard exclusively on Paramount Plus, and you can even catch more Star Trek in just a bit when we hang out with the cast of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. But first, we need to stop everything because there's an ice cream truck outside. A Klingon ice cream truck. Dig in.
Yeah.
Kapla!